Good afternoon. All right. I've been to the state's attorney's office. Like I said, I'm a whistleblower. I'm a whistleblower on the courts. I was making a movie about Baltimore called Baltimore Rewired. Governor O'Malley approved it in November of 2006. Get shorty. Since 2006, I've been arrested in 2 different states and charged with terrorism. I'm not a terrorist. I'm an activist. President Biden, Mayor Brandon Scott, and State's Attorney Mosby, I'm a whistleblower. The same way that y'all went after Mayor Pugh, I got 52 members of the Democratic Party that deserve the same thing. I'm an activist. I'm not a terrorist. I just called the state's attorney's office. So tomorrow morning, I'm going to the state's attorney's office with my whistleblower's application. That's the state's attorney's office. They received that and signed for that. That's Mayor Brandon Scott. They received that and signed for that. That's President Biden. That's President Biden. Y'all got that. You feel me? Y'all got that because I got the return receipts. We talking about community in crisis. Dwayne G. Davis, 1402 Lochner, 2009. I blew the whistle on Governor O'Malley and 52 members of the Democratic Party because y'all make a lot of money off the war on drugs. Inmate property report. See that? Governor O'Malley, Mr. McGee, parole and probation. That's Roland Martin from 92Q. Roland Martin, TV One, Radio One. Yeah, Chicago. Because I had an interstate compact for Chicago, Las Vegas, and Maryland. That's the Baltimore Sun, ABC, NBC2, 98 Rock, 92Q. File a Freedom of Information Act. That's the criminal case about kidnapping. That's in Baltimore County. And Shorty, pull your mask up. Y'all got to pay me for that. I'm copywritten. That's me, N62528. That's the lawyers that participated in the fraud. See this? 2011. You see that? Custodial records. Baltimore County, Circuit Court. Thursday, 29th day of September, 2011, 9:15 a.m. Nobody showed up for court. Nobody went to jail. The entire contents of the defendant's vehicle, a 1999 Chevy Suburban. Registration. You feel me? Date of birth, 12/26/59. VIN number. Vehicle removed from the premises, 1402 Lochner. That means that's vehicle theft. That's the 10-year anniversary. 10 years ago, I told y'all I was making a movie about y'all. That toilet was about Governor O'Malley and 52 members of the Democratic Party. You feel me? 52 members of the Democratic Party. Timed and dated, notarized. This toilet is a political statement, freedom of speech, a focal point for my movie and book, Letters to Zion. That's page 204. On February the 2nd, 2011. Yeah, I blew the whistle. I'm a whistleblower. That's a movie release. Dwayne Davis. That's a movie release. And the movie was about the war on drugs. You see that? City of Waukegan. Officer Testman. Do not destroy this evidence. 1986, Kwasi Mfume wrote the crime bill. Kwasi Mfume, Bill Clinton, Biden. Yeah. So Clinton, Biden, y'all got this. So we're getting ready to open up this box. It's called Pandora's box. These are the mail receipts, and this is the box. That's 2005, how long I've been doing this. I need a federal and state audit on Jake's Grill and Shorty's Bootleg Barbecue. We're going to find out, and we're going to count the money. That's the toilet. That's evidence. And that's the state's attorney, Scott Schellenberger. That's the criminal charges I filed in district court. Application for charges. You feel me? Dwayne G. Davis. That's the one in Baltimore County. And that's the state's attorney. She sent it back. Crossed it off. I'm a whistleblower. Right there. That's my store on Falls Road. Dear President, I realize this isn't the proper protocol. My congressmen, my senators, my governors, my judges, and Speaker of the House. All right? You feel me? I wrote y'all a letter. Respectfully submitted, Shorty. These is the forged checks because, like I said, I was locked up in another state. And this is a whistleblower's application. See that? See that? That's James Hammond. That's not my signature. I never sent him a check. That's not my signature. I was locked up in another state. It's like Dred Scott. I gave it to y'all, just like Dred Scott. I broke down your criminal enterprise from 2010. Governor O'Malley. You feel me? ABC2 works for Governor O'Malley. So does the state's attorney. Y'all want to protect white supremacy. That's from 1986. Witness, victim, and that's my witnesses. Benny Starks. That's from 1986. We're talking about your prison industry. That's the Supreme Court. Either I get the Supreme Grand Jury or I get the Supreme Court. Office of the Supreme Court. Like I said, I am Dred Scott. I'm doing the same thing Dred Scott did. I'm fighting for my freedom. Plain and simple. Same way that y'all gave Pew the whistleblowers application, I want the same thing about GOP Carter. I'm blowing the whistle on the Democratic Party. Block Party gets bigger and better. I'm a video vigilante. Got a story called Shorty. That's Edwards. That's Lieutenant Governor Brown. That's Mikulski, Rupersberger, and Branch. Like I said, I was making a movie about y'all. Ferguson, Clippinger. That's discrimination in public accommodations. Because like I said, I'm a jailhouse lawyer. That's the Maryland Black Caucus. March 2009. You see who it is? The Maryland Black Caucus. Tony Bridges. You see that? Bobby Zirkin. Dwayne G. Davis, 1402 Lochner. Dear Judge Bridges. Yeah. That's Judge Bridges. And I asked to go to the FBI and the Department of Justice because I was kidnapped by the state. You see that? 6/2/2008. Ferguson got this. Clippinger got this. You see that? Maryland House of Delegates, 2014. Y'all got that. You got that? That's Johnny Oleski asking for the federal government to investigate my kidnapping. Dwayne Shorty Davis. You see who got it? That's February 2019. That's the Department of Justice. That's Baltimore City, Baltimore County. The mayor, Commissioner Harris, and the state's attorney Mosby. These are your elected officials that know about this. I'm a whistleblower. That's President Obama. That's Stephanie Rawlings Blake. That's head state's attorney Mosby in 2016. That's Mayor Pugh. All right? And that's Nick from Starbucks. Because like I said, Starbucks and Shorty, we got a hell of a story. These are the supporters of Shorty. These are my supporters. That's Moxley. That's Governor O'Malley and Al Retmer. And that's Thelma Branch. Brandon Scott got your toilet. Brandon Scott got your toilet. Criminal charges. Shot Schellenberger, kidnapping. So I named all of y'all. That's an email. That email got everybody in it. You see Brooke Lieberman? You see who's in the email? Kiefer Mitchell. Fair practices. Yeah. Well, we want to make sure that all this information is available for the voters. Because right there it says whistleblowers. 86, 2007, 2011, 2021. I'm a whistleblower. And we're going to check that money. That's Marilyn Mosby. This is page 1. And that's Bill. Yeah. That's page 1. And here you go. Shorty, pull your mask up. That's Brandon Scott. That's the Legislative Black Caucus. That's President Obama. That's the Department of Justice. That's my Department of Justice ID number. And the state's attorney had that since 2013. That's Chief Justice Mary Mubera. This is a memory of my son, Jarrell Nuray Davis. Because that's what this was all about. The supporters of Shorties. These people support me. These people support me, and I never got a trial. You got $260,000 a year you done stole since 2008. You've been washing drug money out of your store. Racketeering and fraud. You feel me? Racketeering and fraud. And Governor O'Malley participated in it. See, Leaders of a Beautiful Struggle? I was making a movie about Baltimore. That's Leaders of a Beautiful Struggle. That's Ivan Bates. That's the Baltimore Sun. That's Kirk Smoke. And that's Brandon Scott. That's the supporters of Shorties. That's Brian Frosh. That's Brian Frosh. And that's the forged check. That's not my signature. I was in jail in another state. Right here it says, dear, that's filing papers with the courts. February the 1st, Dwayne Davis is no longer a leasee at the Ridge Country Store. That means that check shouldn't have never been signed by my name. That's James Hammond. And these are the emails of your public officials. You see it? Jerome Stevens, Senator Cardin's office. Schellenberger should have did this in 2008. Federal and state violations. Bank of America, SunTrust Bank. James Hammond conspired to defraud the government. Schellenberger says, shoo, my movie's coming out in spring of 2010. Y'all locked me up before the movie came out. This is Brian Frosch. And this is important. That's the comptroller, 2017. Thank you for contacting the comptroller's office. Requested audit for your tax returns. To best assist you and forward, they forwarded to Daniel D. Riley, director of whatever. If you suspect tax fraud regarding your federal taxes and returns, contact your local police department. I contacted my local police department. We talking about income tax evasion and fraud by Jay Davis. He can't pull up nothing. So you need a federal and state audit. I want it all. $260,000 a year since 2008. My store was for sale for $150,000. You got houses you got cars you got a lot of money that you're going to have to explain. A federal and state audit. This is to prove I was making a movie. All right? I was making a movie. And here it is. Martin Luther King, President Donald Trump. And that's Jake and his thievery crew. That's Duran. That's Jake. That's Michael Coons. And that's my witness, Charlie Stokes. That's my witness, Tim Williams. Because I own shorties. I never sold shorties. You stole from your father. This is to prove I was making a movie. And that's your police department. So Jake. That's the state's attorney's office, 2015. That's public affairs, internal affairs. That's President Trump. I'm a whistleblower. President Trump got this. That's President Trump. That's President Trump. And that's Kai Jackson from Fox45. You talking about community in crisis? Well, let's go to Commissioner Harris and get all that paperwork. County Executive Johnny Oleski, Chief Hyatt, Historical Courthouse. Let's turn this in, because I ain't goofy. I'm far from goofy. I ain't Pluto. I ain't none of that. But we getting ready to pass this one out. The Fourth Amendment, the right of people to be secure in their properties, houses, and papers and effects against unreasonable searches and seizures shall not be violated, nor a warrant shall be issued upon probable cause and supported by an affidavit of information. That's Elijah Cummings. That's your black leadership. And y'all owe me. I'm a black father, and I'm a father to my children. I was kidnapped because I was making a movie. That's Brandon Scott. That's Jack Young. That's Brandon Scott. That's Judge Pearson and Frank Conway. I'm blowing the whistle on the courts. That's Eric Holder. And that's Judge Turnbull. Tim Watts just got married, so ask Tim Watts about me. That's Broshin. That's Cardin's. And that's my visitor's pass to the Department of Justice. That's Ed Mulatello. That's Ozzie Newsome. That's Senator Kelly. And that's President Biden. Y'all got this. Those are the supporters of Shorties. It's making a movie about y'all and the money you make off black bodies. That's Vicki Lawrence that's Vicki Lawrence from Mama's Place. That's Mary Wells from the Supremes. That's Ray Lewis and Shorty. That's CNN and Shorty. So I've been telling you about this criminality and this corruption for a long time. That's Vanessa Attenberry. Like I said, it got 52 members of the Democratic Party been shielding this. Vanessa Attenberry is sitting on evidence right there. I gave her that in 2019, before the pandemic. That's Shorty's. Economic and political. And the political part is the part I gave you. That's evidence, and you holding evidence. That black girl magic caused a lot of black men pain. That's the NAACP, and that's me. Moses parted the Red Sea, Shorty parted some rednecks. And that's my producer, Rob Fix. Like I say, ain't no law against making a movie. Baltimore, Rewired, the money behind the war on drugs. Yeah. That's me from the 80s. And that's my family you stole me from. That's Mike Tyson. And Delegate Sheila Roof had all of this. This is my program: visual and performing arts, political involvement, photography, journalism, law, sports, cultural exchanges. I did all that. And I gave it to you in the book. The University of Baltimore got it. Judge Bell got it. You feel me? It's called entrapment. I just trapped you. I trapped you with the law and the truth. I'm a whistleblower. I'm an inmate. I'm a copywritten criminal. That's 12/24/2007. I went home on vacation, came back on probation, and I put it all in a book. You're not going to protect us, and I know you're not. But we're going to stop on this note right here. Racism don't work without black cooperation. TV One, Radio One, Roland Martin, Al Sharpton. Y'all let me in jail. Y'all knowingly let these white people do this to me, but y'all claim to be black voices in the black community. You got the haves versus the have-nots, and you've been selling us out. So when this movie come out, I ain't got to change nobody's name. It says it right here. Shorty makes political art out of toilets, potty training politicians. And that's what I'm going to do. This toilet was artwork and evidence, and that's a videotape. I'm a whistleblower. 1986, 2007, 2011, 2021. It's all about you. It's all about you. Crime and justice. I am Dred Scott. ABC2 works for Governor O'Malley. We talking about Alec, the corporation, and the money y'all invest in the prison industry here. That's the IRS. That's the state's attorney's office. And we talking about whistleblowing. That's 1986. That's the state's attorney, Schellenberger. That's Baltimore City. That's Baltimore County. And these is the checks. That's not my signature. That's not my signature. I don't have a lease with you. You gave your lease to Jake Davis. And that's rent. That's forgery right there.